diapers, car notes, strollers, boxes, everything. I've done everything that I feel like a father should do for his child.
He's the father. He's the father. Why shouldn't you do it? Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? And so far as the car note, he did that on his own. You know, I didn't ask him to pay my car note. He did it on his own. You know.
Cause she couldn't work, you know. She was going what's it called, maternity leave, so she couldn't work. So I'm doing everything that I feel I should do as a father.
So why do you feel she duped you? You said she duped you.
Because look what the baby looked like. The baby looks white, Your Honor. This baby, I'm expecting a chocolate baby, and this baby came out white.
Come on now.
Wait a minute.
My son's life is not a game. It's not a game. Every baby comes out white.
No,
you know, every baby comes out white. Every baby comes out white.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they
So wait a minute, Mr. Bell, let me be clear. You're saying the only reason you believe Ms. Clemens duped you is because the child didn't come out the shade you thought it should?
Yeah, and there was a white guy involved. That's why.
Oh.
Okay, now so far as the white guy, we had no nothing physical, nothing. He texted me. We actually met the day that he seen the message. We actually met the day before that, and he wanted me to do his hair. It was never nothing physical, nothing. So
wait, the white guy wanted you to do his hair?
Yes.
The white guy want braids.
He has braids in his hair.
Okay, I actually have seen that before. So he wanted to get his hair braided.
I'm from Compton, so it's not too, you know.
Fair. You're saying you've never heard of such. Jerome, have you ever had braids?
Only when I was a teenager.
Jerome had them as a teenager. So, see, we've heard of it. So listen, you're saying there was this relationship with a gentleman that was white, and you said you witnessed him texting Ms. Clemens. She said it's because he wanted to get his hair braided. Are you asserting in this courtroom today that you believe he's the father of this child?
Yes, Your Honor. It's just so much, Your Honor. It was like, and I'm not a jealous dude. She's telling me dudes is turning her down. Like we get upset. We already.
No, not turning me down.
She turns down dudes on Facebook all the time. I'm always turning down dudes, something wrong with you. Then 2-3 guys calling her phone. I'm not the type of dude. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone.
Okay, listen, guys are calling my phone.
But she throws it in my face, so it's like.
If they are calling or taking my phone, it's because they're one of their hair.
So it's like, man.
I do hair. Listen,
every time she does hair, she asks me.
On the side, I do hair for a living. People call my phone. People text my phone. I'm honest with Mr. Bill. I'm very honest with you. We don't have no lies. We don't. He's put on the show right now, but whatever.
When she goes
we don't have any lies. So this shouldn't be a problem. Dudes are texting my phone, calling my phone. He's right there, sitting right next to me. If he believes that he's the father, why come to me, kiss in my stomach? Why tell my family members, tell his family members that I'm pregnant? He's excited. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Because it's a chance that I was the father. You know what I'm saying? We were messing around, but we weren't in no relationship.
It don't make sense. Actually, when I conceived
So wait a minute. Are we saying here today, and I want to be clear about your testimony, that your doubt didn't start until the baby was born?
Yeah. Once I seen the baby,
So,
that's when I was
during the pregnancy, you were thinking you having a baby?
Yes.
So tell me what happened the day Major was born.
Okay, the day Major was born, I'm excited. You know, me and her are at the hospital, and she's there. She's finna go into birth, and the she's squeezing my hand. The doctors are like, push, push, push. You know what I'm saying? I see the little afro come out. I'm all like, oh man, here he come. I'm getting excited. I'm like, push, baby, push. You know what I'm saying? She pushing. He come out like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I was looking.
What do you mean he comes out like this?
He come out, right, like I seen the afro, so I'm thinking a little chocolate drop finna come out, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I must have had like a crazy look on my face or something, because she's like, what's wrong with the baby? What's wrong? Is he okay? And I'm like, man, this baby white. And I just sit down, all the doctors and them looked at me all crazy, like, oh, all babies come out white. It just, to me, it seemed like they was trying to convince me.
So in that moment, you're thinking this baby is white, and you're thinking about this gentleman that's white that's always texting her?
Yeah.
You put 2 and 2 together in the hospital room, in the delivery room?
Yeah.
And that's what you're thinking?
Yeah. Like, it's just so much
Well, let's be honest, too.
Like the baby, like she wanted to get a baby 3 different last names at the birth.
Okay, let's go back. So far as the 3 different last names, my family last name. My family has 2 last names. They have 2 last names, and I was gonna give him his last name. My last name, listen, my last name, my family's name, and then his name I was gonna give him. That's it.
That's
all the boys in my family has the same last name. 2 last names. which is my last name, and then the family's last name. So that's why. It wasn't no other man's last name. It wasn't the white guy last name. It was mine. It was mine.
I don't know none of that.
Okay, and then going back.
If my son is my name is gonna be on the birth certificate. Nobody else's.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Clemens, does Mr. Bell have any reason to doubt
He
paternity?
has no reason to doubt. He has no reason to doubt. He says it's because of what he went through, which is fine. But he has no other reason to doubt. He knows that I was in a relationship with another guy. He knows that. We were together. We were actually.
She was taught. She been like I said.
Oh my God, she can't even talk.
From hair. You repeat the same thing. It was for hair.
Before you got in a relationship, she don't have dudes calling her, hitting her up on Facebook, and then like the only way I end up finding out about it is because she gets upset and she tells me, "Oh, I'm turning down dudes for this and this and this." Like it's so much. I should just show you the.
What did you bring to show me?
Can I go to the board?
Absolutely, you can step to the exhibit.
Okay, Your Honor, this is me. As you can see, I'm dark skinned, not super dark, but I'm a dark skinned, you know what I'm saying, fella. And this is Miss Clinton, and you see she's like a cinnamon brown, you know what I'm saying? So I did a baby morph, you know, to see, put things together, see what the baby would look like with all, with it being us. And this is what I got.
Yeah.
This is what I got. And this is what I got, you know what I'm saying?
These people are so
stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then this is my son. And this is what come out. This is how that's exactly what
Oh my God, let me finish this.
So
We already have 15 hours to go.
And he's 8 months and he still hasn't got that.
My family is white. Color shouldn't have nothing to do with anything. He has all Mr. Bell's features. His lips, his nose, his eyes. He looks just like him.
But Mr. Bell, you do have to know that children come in all shapes and sizes and colors, shades. It's just a reality. They don't always reflect the complexion of both parents. You do know that, right?
Yeah, but when you talk to dudes on Facebook and you got dudes calling her phone like, she does hair, which is fine. But when she goes to do hair, she lets me know. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't never told me, oh, I'm going to braid the white boy hair, but yeah, he's still calling. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that's still calling, but they not getting their hair done. So what are they still calling for? Like, is that some type of code for you to go, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
What do you mean? I have no reason to lie. Mr. Bell knows everything. We don't have any lies. I don't know why he's sitting here putting on a show. Don't know why. Go ahead and be funny. Go ahead and be funny. That's fine. But I do hair for a living. That's what I do. That's how I make my money. Okay, I actually remember the day that I conceived, that he was conceived. It was my birthday. We were at a family member's house, drinking, having fun, and he was conceived. I know. So him,
how you know you pregnant already from that night?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that night. It was actually, how much? It was 4 weeks after.
And look, Your Honor, when she told me,
and when I told him he was happy, he was overjoyed. He was overjoyed. It's in my stomach.
One at a time.
Calling his family members, telling his family members, oh, she's pregnant. He was happy. He don't have any kids. He was very happy, excited.
If he's minded, let's be a family. See, I want to be here. I've been here. But if he's not mine, man, I'm just walk back to California, man.
Can I present you with this?
Absolutely. Jerome, will you hand me that evidence? What is that, Ms. Clemens?
It's his birth certificate. Mr. Bell actually signed the birth certificate. If you're not the father,
I left California to see
after he seen that my son was supposedly white, he still signed the birth certificate. We actually argued in the hospital because he told me if I didn't give my son his last name, that he wasn't gonna sign it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna sign it. I thought I could remove my name from the birth certificate. You know what I'm saying?
Still now, I'm upset because he still denied my son.
Well, listen, yeah, in some states you do have a period of time when you can change your mind. If you acknowledge paternity and you feel like that was an error, you have a small window of time.
And we even argued about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to the point where I was like, okay, well, I'm not signing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my baby, if this is my son, he's gonna have my last name.
In fact, he still has my last name.
You know what I'm saying? He has my last name because I signed it. Oh, when I signed it, he's gonna have my name.
Mr. Bell, how close are you to the child? Do you hold him? Do you play with him? Do you help raise him?
Yeah.
Do you change diapers?
Yes, Your Honor. I do all that. It's like I said, I don't treat him like he's not mine. dad at all. Like, I'm a system baby. I grew up in the system, group homes and a few foster homes. I got released from the system when I was 18 and been since, you know what I'm saying? So I was always looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind if I got in trouble or whatever. I was always looking out for me. And I always told myself I would change my life when I had somebody else to care about, which would be a child. And when he came and she told me she was pregnant, I'm done. Running the streets, doing fast money, I'm done. And I left. I flew out to her. You know what I'm saying? I was in there, like, she wanted, when she found out she was pregnant, she wanted to go back home. I sent her back home, and once the baby came, I left everything and went out there. Left everything. I haven't been home in almost a year, Your Honor. See none of my family members or friends. I've been in this child's life.
Okay, just a couple days ago, he actually told my son, you don't have a father. He told my son, you don't have a father. Listen, my son at 8 months, at 7 months, I'm sorry, he was saying dada. His first words were daddy, dada. You know, and still to this day, that's the only word he say. That's how much, that's what, exactly, so he's a real father. Real father. So, when my son kept saying daddy, dada, daddy, dada, he was ignoring him. He was ignoring him. So what I said was when he was ignoring my child, I said, okay, you know, like just trying to quiet him down, like don't say it. And he said, and you know what he said? He said, you don't have a father. That hurt me. I was in fear. You're on that. When he said that, I was okay, listen. I was hurt. You don't do that. This is my child. This is the whole life we're talking about. This is the whole life. Why? Why do that to him? It hurt. It really hurts.
And so you just said to your child, just stop saying it.
I did.
And I can see that that really hurts you. Is it bothering you that he doubts you, or is it bothering you that you feel like your child is suffering because of this?
It's definitely both. I never see myself going through this. You know, you see it on TV, you hear it, but I never see myself going through this. You know, this is supposed to be a man that I'm in love with. You know, the father of my child. You're supposed to be there, you know, come for me, everything. I don't get that from Mr. Bell. I don't. And just like hearing him say that to my child, all the feelings, everything is just cut off. You know, relationship, everything. You don't say that to the child. That hurt me. It really hurt. He should playing victim. How is playing victim?
How calling me dad because she was mad at me. She's trying to say cold things to me. Oh, don't call him daddy.
But it makes me right.
Oh, you don't want him to call me daddy? Fine, you don't got no dad then. What's wrong with that? You trying to be cold to me? I promise you I can be even cold.
Why are you all doing this in front of the child?
This is what he does. Argue in front of the child, everything. This is what he does.
So, Mr. Bell, let me ask you this. You've spoken so passionately about this child. I can really see how much you care about this child. Are you saying that this is not your biological child, you're not even going to continue a relationship, you're going to be able to walk away from Major?
If he's not mine?
Yes.
Yes. I love him. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he's mine. And if he's not mine, I'm not going to be there for him. I'm not going to raise nobody else's child. I want my own family. I don't have a family. I want my own. You know what I'm saying? And I deserve to have my own. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to have my own child.
All right. I think we need to figure out how to move forward, and in order to do that, we need the results. Jerome? Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Bell versus Clemens, when it comes to 1-year-old Major Bell, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Bell, you are the father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I will shut up now.
It doesn't make sense. It's all of this. It's all of this, right? Wow.
I'm sorry. I had to know.
It hurt.
Sorry.
So where are you all?
I want to kick his ass, right?
I want to be able to get a family now. I honestly do. I want my son to have both parents in his life.
How about you, Mr. Bell?
I want a family. Of course, I ain't never had one. No mom, dad, aunties, grandma.
This is such an incredible opportunity for you, young man. And I don't want you to miss it. You have an opportunity to break a cycle for this baby. Do you understand?
Yes, Sean.
Can you explain to Ms. Clemens what that means to you, to break this cycle for
I just don't want Major to go through what I went through.
And as long as you hear he won't, you know, we can just move forward from here.
Right. Ms. McDowell, you say you have no doubt that your 1-month-old daughter, Annabelle, is your husband's biological child because you claim you only had sex with Mr. McDowell during the window of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McDowell, you say your wife is nothing but a cheater and you believe that the man she left you for, Mr. Alfred, is in fact Annabelle's father.
Yes.
You say that once the DNA results prove the child is not yours, you want out of this marriage.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. McDowell, how has this situation affected you and your family?
Well, the children we have lost their mother. I'm a single father at the moment. I'm taking care of her by myself. And I mean, it all went down like she just one day told me she was going to go to her friend, a female friend's house and spend a few hours.
Your Honor, that's not true.
And then she called me later that night and said she was going to end up spending the night. Well, the next day, the female friend she went to go spend the night with called me and said she walked into the home and caught her, Miss McDowell, and her boyfriend on the couch cuddling.
That's a lie.
Whenever I brought it to Miss Adele's attention that I knew about it, she said that's what friends do.
Yes, I admit, I did sleep in the same bed with the dude. No, we were not cuddling, and no,
But we
were
are
not.
married. You don't sleep in a bed with me.
But-
You're married.
But
But-
me, him, and a friend that I went to stay the night with was drinking that night. We went to the store, and on our way back, he's gonna tell me that I can sleep with this dude in front of him and watch me mess around with this dude. And I told him, I said, no, I'm your wife, and that's not right.
Did you suggest that, Mr. McDowell?
I do not recall that. No, no, Your Honor, I do not. We were all drinking, and that was before the fact of her going up there and spending
And
3 days.
to me, that sends up a red flag. So I told him I needed time away, a week at least, to think about what I needed to do.
But within
And
that
I
week,
wanted
they
to
slept together. I mean,
stay in the relationship.
Because he made that request, that rubbed you the wrong way, and you said you needed time away to think.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then what happened?
Well, I went out to my friend's house. Dude was my friend, and the chick was my friend. I did not know she was planning on leaving that night. It's the whole reason I ended up asking to stay the night.
But you ended up in the bed with this guy.
Yes, Your Honor.
At some point in this marriage, I mean, no matter how messy, difficult it has been, you end up pregnant, and you tell your husband,
Yes, Your Honor.
and what was his response?
It's not mine.
all right.
I told him that it has to be his because me and him had sex on October the 27th when we were headed to go get our
I
other
do not recall
3
that.
kids.
I do not recall that.
He's a liar, Your Honor.
And since then, she jumped from boyfriend to boyfriend, coworker to coworker. She was with like 5
It
or
was
6
not-
different guys.
No, Your Honor, I was with 4 different guys, and I have proof here that yes, I did. We had sex on the 27th, and also I had sex with Mr. Alfred on the 9th and the 10th of November.
Let me see this proof.
And then I also have proof from what my midwife told me that my conceiving week was, and that's the week I had sex with Mr. McDowell in the back row.
This first page of evidence is a calendar. It shows on the 27th of October, you were intimate with your husband,
Yes,
Mr.
Your Honor.
McDowell. And then on the 9th and the 10th
You
of
want to edge this out?
November, you were
I
intimate
forgot to tell
with
you.
the other man in question.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's Mr. Alfred.
And here I have where it shows the week of me conceiving my child.
May I see that, Jerome? And then on this calendar, you say your midwife gave you a date of conception, a window.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she said that that was the week of October 26th,
Yes, Your Honor.
which means the 27th is when you slept with your husband, Mr. McDowell.
Yes,
So you figured it was his child,
yes, Your Honor.
because there was no one else you slept with
She
for at least 2 weeks.
said the baby was mine because I slept with her, allegedly slept with her a week before the next time I did.
Because you're saying you don't even remember that
I mean,
happening.
I will admit I allowed her to perform oral activities on me, but we did not physically do anything that could acquire a baby. I believe she
That's
boiled
not
this
your
man
honor.
up in her
We
mind to
didn't
get money
find
from my family because my mother supported her through our last 3 pregnancies. And she believed that if she had my mother forward to believe that it was my kid, that she could get whatever she wanted, food, money, clothing. And I told my mother not to help her, and she did it behind my back anyway.
Your Honor, okay,
paid his
Your
mother.
mother's here, I'd like to hear from her. Please stand, ma'am. Thank you for being here, Ms. Combs. You've been here in this courtroom once before, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were here with your nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you're here with your son.
Yes, ma'am.
He just said that during the pregnancy, you took Ms. McDow in. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Please explain.
Well, it's not my grandchild, first of all.
You don't believe it's your grandchild?
May I say one more thing? We had a court scheduled in our town. I was walking down the hallway, I was running late for court. She did not know where I was coming. I tucked in behind the corner where no one could see me, and I overheard her telling somebody and laughing that she knew the child wasn't mine and that she was just playing us for the money.
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
Yes,
I
I did, because
I said that I did not
and I asked him, and he confirmed it.
He asked me if
To me,
it
why does a boy
was
or
McDowell's child.
Ms. Combs, let's be respectful.
He asked me if I thought it was Mr. McDowell's child. I
I
said,
said Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then just blame one person as a daddy. Yeah, like
At
I
the time,
said,
yes.
the reason why it is,
Like she drew it in out of her
everything
hat, so-
she's got and she's had, I've supported her, because her and her ain't nothing but trash.
What I want to know is, if you didn't believe the child was your grandchild, why did you take her in?
Because she told me from day one that it was his, like she's saying now. I believed her as a grandmother. I'm gonna
So
do,
at first you believed.
yes ma'am.
That's nothing
I
like
took
in
her to
order.
the doctors, she called me wanting food, she called me wanting money. I've done her and her boyfriend's laundry.
And I told her repeatedly not to do it. She did it behind my back.
I even give her and her boyfriend money to come and do stuff at my house just to earn money.
You knew it was her boyfriend or you found out later?
No, I knew it was her boyfriend. I tried to work it to where they could get back together, because my thought, even though she's a whore, that her, they had,
Disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
Not use that language.
but to me, they had 3 children together, and she should be not a slut on the street, that's not a cuss word, but a slut on the street and be a mother to these children, because it's not their fault, they didn't ask to be born. And I let her stay with me and paid everything that she needed, got her stuff, whatever, so she could work things out with her and him, and she kept going right back to the same boy, over and over and over.
She honestly believed the child was mine, and why did she refuse my and my family's appearance at the hospital during birth? I have not laid eyes on that baby personally since it's been born.
Your Honor, I did not refuse him.
You have not.
Have not.
Yes,
That's the best picture I've seen of.
we've not seen that child.
And honestly, I don't think it looks
I
like
did
any
not
more than the other 3 kids we have. The other 3 kids we have, all 3 came out looking identical. Like, there's no comparison at all. This is not my kid.
Your Honor, I did not refuse them to come up to the
Yes, you
hospital. I
did.
told them I did not want no drama at the hospital when I was in delivery, and if it came down to it, I would have them removed.
I mean,
So now we keep talking about this boyfriend. I want to understand this relationship. This is with Mr. Alfred.
Yes.
When did he really get in the picture? What?
Well, alright, November the 9th, I sat there and messaged him on Facebook, seeing if I could come over and chill with him and hang out. And then, yes, we ended up having sex that night.
the first night,
While you're married.
Yes, Your Honor. He asked me to come back the next day, and I told him I would. Well, we ended up getting together that next day, which was November the 10th. And we had sex that day, too.
And now you're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes. Now,
during the marriage too, because after they got
No.
together is when she came over and was performing the oral on me. So
No,
she
it
was
was
thinking
not.
behind his back and coming and seeing me and my mother.
no, it was not. You're a liar.
Lysol knows little hands deserve big protection. That's why we're continuing to donate science kits to schools in need and helping protect classrooms by killing 99.9% of germs, keeping kids hands-on and here. Make breakups crust easy.
Pay attention if you want to get rid of your student loans once and for all. There is a new legal loophole for student loans.
Okay, who was at the birth?
Not me.
Mr. Alfred was at the birth. He supported
Mr.
me.
Alford,
He
Whatever.
supported me
whatever
the
she
whole
was
9 months
pregnant.
while I was pregnant and thinking that it is my Michael's child, and I still think it's Michael's child.
So Mr. Alfred supported you and went to the birth and witnessed the birth of this child, but knowing that it was
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
McDowell's child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jerome, I think it's time we meet Mr. Alfred.
She's playing
Can
both
you
sides.
escort him in the courtroom? This is just a mess.
I mean, honestly, I heard he probably's not the father neither.
Have you go up to the witness stand?
There's no telling who it is.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Alfred. I have to ask you, do you believe your baby Annabelle's biological father?
Personally, I don't believe me or Michael either one of the father.
Uh-oh.
I think it might be the gentleman that she was with before she tried to work things out with Michael.
What's interesting here is you say the baby's your husband says the baby's your lover, and your lover says the baby's by another.
Explain, Your Honor. The reason why he thinks it's by another person is because the dude I was with before October.
Or one of the multiple other guys you were with.
Ms. McDowell, respectfully, how many men were you sleeping with?
I was with four dudes all together. That's including Mr. Alfred and McDowell.
I'd also found messaging from Facebook from this other gentleman to Ms. McDowell asking about her pregnancy and the child. And to me, that seems kind of fishy. Why would he be asking unless he thought he might be the father as well?
So she said you were at the birth.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You did. So you were married to Mr. McDowell, but Mr. Alfred, you were there at the birth and you signed the birth certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you just said, that sounds good to me, I'm signing up.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Considering he was there for the whole 9
Yeah.
months.
So you didn't believe you were the child's biological father, but you were happy to be the child's legal father. You wanted to acknowledge paternity.
Well, we already have 3 kids
Some of the
together.
fact is the 3 children that they have together now, he likes to hold over her head. He refuses her visits and stuff.
She refuses to come and see him. She ain't been in family 6 to 8 months.
He tries to go to
Every time Mr. Alfred kicks her out because of an argument, she comes running straight to my doorstep asking.
I have not done it here recently at all.
No, not since
I said not recently, but you've done it?
We've only
Yes,
split
I have done it.
9 months.
Whenever we've been into it and he's put me out,
Every time they.
I have ran to my mother-in-law because I was pregnant. And yes, like I said, it's Mr. McDowell's baby. So yes, I'm gonna run to my mother-in-law for support. She told me if I needed anything, that I could depend on her for anything.
That's the only reason why she claims it's my kid, is so she can get that kind of support.
No.
Once she became 3 months pregnant and I was informed she was pregnant, she dropped all visits with the current
Whenever-
kids we had. She has not visited or anything at the,
He's
for about
a
6 months.
liar.
And what's interesting is, Ms. McDowell, you're saying the baby's your husband's, but you're in a relationship with Mr. Alfred.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he signed the birth certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he supported you through the birth.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you still believe this is Mr. McDowell's child.
Yes, Your Honor.
If she believes it's mine, then why would she have somebody else sign the certificate?
Because he supported me through the whole 9 months and he was there at her
To
birth.
my knowledge,
I have
the
custody
first
of
5
the
months
prior
of
pregnant
pregnancy,
kids.
she believed that it was Mr. McDowell's up until the 6th month on. She tried to claim that it was mine.
Exactly.
I personally believe that she just was trying to see who would take her in and
Who
support.
would give her the most money and feed her better?
But like I said, I don't believe the baby's mine. I hope the results are different because, like I said, we are in a relationship together.
So you want the child to be yours, but you don't believe the child is yours.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking at you now, Ms. McDowell, and it seems like you're getting emotional. What are you feeling?
If somebody asks,
Let her speak.
yes ma'am.
I'm upset that my boyfriend don't believe me. And I mean, I'm upset that everything that's going on, and truthfully, I hope that that baby is Cody, Mr. Alfred's. Because he supported me through everything. Even whenever I was depressed. I mean, he's been there. Even whenever I needed him the most, he's been there.
I love this girl with all my heart, and that's the reason why I supported her through the whole 9 months.
I've had no relationship with my own father, so I don't want her to go through it. I don't even know who my father is, and I don't want her to have to go through the same thing. I'd rather her know who her father is, and have a father, and be there for her. I'd rather her be supported by a father, and she needs a man in her life.
All right. Jerome, I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of McDowell versus McDowell, when it comes to 1 month old Annabelle Apple, as to whether Mr. McDowell or Mr. Alfred is the biological father. Mr. Alfred, you are her father.
Thank God.
How does it feel, Mr. Alfred?
I mean, it feels great. It feels amazing. My mother was right the whole time. And it's, like I said, given so many different people that she had been with from time on, it's the reason why I had doubts.
Ms. McDowell, that was the answer you wanted.
Yes, Your Honor. It is. Just so I won't have to deal with him with another kid. And that I'll be able to always be around her.
Mr. McDowell, it seemed that this was the answer you wanted as well.
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I'm relieved.
But you still have other children together.
Yes, we do.
And I'm hoping that this truth, this clarity, will help relieve some of the doubt, some of the anxiety, some of the negative energy, so that maybe you all can at least begin to co-parent the other 3 children. Are you all legally divorced yet?
Not yet, but it was coming soon after this. And there's no doubt the divorce is going through. I'm through with this.
I can't wait. I'm ready to get my last name back.
Mr. Connor, you say a one-time fling with the defendant turned into more than 15 years of child support payments and even jail time for a child you have never believed is yours. You need today's results to prove you are not her child's father.
You
tired?
My foot hurts.
Okay, just stand a little bit.
And what he owed was the result.
I don't know what's wrong with this foot.
Mr. Wallace,
This one, whenever time I sit down, like it cramps a lot,
Okay.
and sometimes it like I can't move it.
Oh,
Mr.
sorry.
Connor, explain to the court why today's results are so important.
You talking about 15 hours? You're almost finished.
I reject you with you.
It's almost through.
A lot of problems.
Almost
Financially
through.
especially. It's times when I can't afford things. I've even been in jail. 2005, November the 5th until January 2006.
For failure to pay
For
child
failure to pay child support, that is correct, Your Honor. And there was no home for me to go to. I lost my car, I lost my job. I was 36 years old, I had to start all over. It's making my character look real bad, Your Honor. And I know for a fact that she knows he's not my son.
2.5 months in jail.
Yes,
Child support in arrears.
yes, I still owe $610. They're taking $70 a week. Yes, I'm broke.
Your Honor, you just want off child support. For one, it was more than just a one-night fling.
You know Jeffrey isn't my child, and I have him on Facebook.
You can quit pointing your fingers because I'm an adult. But,
No,
Your
you're not.
Honor,
No, you're not. What
I
the
don't-
adult?
42 years
That
old.
is son? I don't think so.
No, Your Honor.
I don't think so.
What she just say?
I think that was not his son. Maybe.
One time, knew
Let me see the child again.
Because I know he's not my son.
All right, so I'm not sitting up here whining.
Oh, his mouth don't look like
He has
it. And the
freckles.
nose is different.
He has freckles.
And growing up going to school.
That's his dad's
Brother
fault.
had to, yeah.
That's his dad's
Yeah,
fault.
okay. Who is his father then?
You know, I don't.
You say you not following.
Not me.
Tell the court, you say your son had to grow up without.
Yes. Ask Jeffrey. Ask him. He went to school when I was in his shoes.
Why was you telling him for years that another man's father is well?
Jeffrey, have I ever told you
It's
that
on
another
Facebook.
man was your father? Ask my son, Your Honor.
Let's pause, and I wanna go back a little bit and understand. Mr. Connor, you say the relationship with Ms. Wallace was a one-night stand.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? Do you remember this relationship encounter?
There wasn't a relationship. I met her through a family member. We all used to hang out a little bit here and there in the fall. We came together one time, and up on penetration, she changed her mind, and that was that. I never knew anything about Jeffrey. She had a friend who told me, "Oh, did you sleep with Wanda?" I said, "No, not really, sort of." And I told her what happened. There was penetration. I told her the story, and then she said, "Well, I just wanted to tell you, she was pregnant already."
So I want to understand your testimony. You're saying that you did start to have a sexual encounter.
Yes.
But then at some point, Ms. Wallace, changed her mind, or
Changed her mind.
she said she didn't want to do
Yeah,
it?
she changed her mind.
And you said, fine, because no is no.
Yeah.
And you never completed the act?
Provide your courage.
Where does a gummy on surprise come from?
Open it.
Wow!
Here we go. Welcome to Gummy Land.
Hello there. Great to see you.
Here we go.
I see Harriet.
That's where a gummy yum comes from. And I just get it at the store. Gummy yum. Hi there.
Then it never lasted more than one night? You never had sex again?
No.
That's not true either.
What do you remember, Ms. Wallace?
I remember him and I being in a whole year relationship, and we had sex numerous of times, Your Honor. And he did know. Well, I got sick. How I found out that I was pregnant. I got sick. My mom taking me to my doctor's appointment, and that's when I found out I was 2 months pregnant. And I called you and I told you. Back then we had you a lie.
Never told.
Back then we had pagers. Shut your line, but
Hold on, okay? Mr. Connor, I'm gonna give you a chance to respond. I promise, I will give you a chance to respond. Ms. Wallace, I want you to speak and I want to hear what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember the day you told?
I do not remember
Do
that.
you remember how you told?
I
Yes.
never heard about.
Hold on, Mr. Connor.
Oh, over the phone.
So you called?
Yes, I called him and we spoke over the phone. We used to have, as he called it, phone sex. So anyways, we would talk over the phone all the time. And yes, when Jeffrey was born, yes, I did take our son over to his father's house. And when the stuff hit the fan is when I popped over his house. There was another female there, and his sister told me that he was upstairs with another woman. And
All right, pause, right there. Ms. Wallace is saying you all were intimate for a year, and when she found out she was pregnant, she called you.
At all, Your Honor.
Do you remember being told she was pregnant?
Only by a friend, and I blew that off because a penetration act, she intentionally done this. That's a crime. What she did, she knew.
And why would she intentionally trap you?
At the time, I was doing pretty good. So I had a little BMW, we were young. A couple of them I was watching. I said, all of a sudden, here come the child support. I think maybe she thought I had a little money as well. Maybe.
So can I ask you, you say you saw Jeffrey when he was 3 or 4 months old, she brought him over. Both of you all at least agree on that. I want to know when's the next time you saw him.
I seen him when he was 5. Came to my mother's funeral.
They look alike.
Repast.
And you
Kind
agree
of,
with that,
yeah.
Ms. Wallace?
yes, ma'am.
Kind of.
And during the time
But the
when you were 4
nose
months to
is
5 years
different.
old, did you all ever have conversations about Jeffrey at all?
Yes, me and her.
Yes,
Had a
he
couple
told me
of
that he wanted to be in his son's life. I told him I did not want to be in a relationship with him, you know,
You're a professional liar.
but I'm not gonna even, you know, disrespect you because I'm a woman.
That's not disrespect.
So,
You committed a
like
crime.
I said, Your Honor, this man, he wanted to be with me and I did not want to be with him.
All right, but did you discuss Jeffrey and
Yes.
whether or not you were going to
Our
raise him,
discussion was,
child support?
He wanted me to be with him in order to be in Jeffrey's life. I should not have to be in a relationship with a man in order for him to even help with his child. The court told him and gave him a date.
I wasn't there.
He never
I
showed.
sir.
Oh God, yes he did, Your Honor.
And I understand how that happens, trust me, that's
It's
called
called
being,
default.
right, it's called a default judgment, and if the father doesn't show up to court,
Yes.
he will be named the father by default and required to pay court-ordered child support. Regardless, you're here now. You've suffered all the consequences of that, and I honestly say to myself, Mr. Connor, he must really believe that he's not this young man's biological father. Because the truth is, they put you on record as the legal father.
Yeah.
That's why you're responsible for support. And I can't really understand that, except for the fact that you truly believe you are not his biological father.
I know.
Jeffrey, I want to ask you, I know this testimony has been difficult. I thank you for being patient. Can
Who
you
is the
tell
why?
me, when was the first time you heard about, met Mr. Connor?
The first time that I met Julie here, that I recall meeting, was I was like 10 years old at that point. I remember my mom and some other family members were riding around East St. Louis, and we decided to stop for the drive-through liquor store. And one of my family members was like, "Hey, that's your dad."
So when you see this man and they just casually say, "This is your dad," does he say hello to you?
Yeah, he said, "Hey," but it wasn't like a conversation further than that, because I just hurry up and got back in the back seat, because again, I'm like, I don't have a dad, so like, how can any member of my family just say, "Hey, that's your dad"? Because prior to then, no one really spoke to me, that I recall, like spoke to me like, "Hey, that's your dad," and everything. So prior to that particular point, I never really thought like, "Hey, who's my dad?" That wasn't a thought for me. But after the liquor store incident, that's when I started wondering and everything.
All right.
We ended up, so after I started asking mom a lot of questions, I guess she was like, "Hey, it's time for you to actually like hang out with this out of your family." So that summer, after church, we go over there. But when I was there, I spent more time with his sister, with my cousins and everything. And so,
Mr. Connor, do you remember this time when Jeffrey came to visit your family?
Yeah, I do kind of, sort of. I came over there and he was already there. My wife asked me who he was.
I'd like to hear from your wife. Ma'am, please stand. And step over to the podium. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to know what you know about this situation.
When Jeffrey was 10, we came home one day to the house, and he was sitting on the couch, and I just asked Jewett, "Who was that?" And he said, "That's Jeffrey," and I already knew the situation. He had already told me.
What had he told you?
That basically they wanted to put a baby on him. He attempted to have sex with her, and
At this point, when Jeffrey was 10, was your husband paying child support for Jeffrey?
yes, he was paying child support for Jeffrey already. And we didn't see Jeffrey again until he was, I want to say maybe like 15 or so. He stopped by the house one day.
And you didn't make any effort to stay in contact with him?
I did. I reached out to him on social media because he wrote a big paragraph on Facebook saying, "Where's my dad?" and "Why was I never part of the family?" and that kind of stuff. So I called, I asked Jeffrey for his number, and I had Jewett to call him, and Jewett told him, "I'm not your dad. That's why you didn't spend time with the family."
Do you remember writing that?
I do. I do. There was this particular scene from First Prince of Bel-Air when Will is like having a conversation with his dad, and his dad is like trying to leave and basically not be a part of his life anymore. And that kind of just like really hit home for me. I decided to express myself on Facebook, and then as Ms. Trina said, she did reach out to me, and they kind of both told me at that point that it's a possibility I may not be his child. And that was the first time I ever heard that. So it was kind of like just earth-shattering at that point for me. And then when I hear them say, hey, I may not be his child, it got me thinking like, darn, our presence on this earth just made a negative impact on someone else's life.
Oh,
And,
no. Because your mother loved you with all her heart. You know that you're my twin. And I showed love for ever since the day that I had you. You are my world. And I played the mother and father role because I knew what he was denying you. So I made the best, I did the best that I could do.
All right,
In a one household parent.
and I need you to allow Jeffrey to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Because really
Yes,
it
Your
is
Honor.
about him.
Yes,
And he
yes.
does deserve the opportunity to say what he feels.
Yes.
He shouldn't have to post it on Facebook. He should be able to say it face to face to Mr. Connor and to you, to everyone. It's his truth.
Yes, Your Honor. I love my son with all my heart.
That's your son.
I love him with all my heart.
You victimized.
Oh, no, hold on, Mr. Connor. This is a moment that I need you to understand. I brought up your son, and then you brought up Mr. Connor. I brought up your son, you brought up Mr. Connor. I brought up your son, you brought up I. I brought up your son, I. It goes back to you, I love him. If we know that, but what I'm saying is, in this moment,
Yes.
this is just about him.
Yes, ma'am.
Because as much as you love him, that doesn't change the fact that when he watched that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode,
Yeah.
he did not write about why he didn't have a mama, because he had one.
Yes, ma'am.
He wrote about why he didn't have a father.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
I think we need to get the results.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Connor versus Wallace, when it comes to 24-year-old Jeffrey Wallace, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Connor, you are not the father.
So what
She
for?
committed a crime. She set me up.
I think the boy looks like a mystery.
I understand you are frustrated, and I understand you have been through a lot. I want to turn my attention to Jeffrey. So, Jeffrey, are you all right, honey?
Not really. Yeah, not really. More so because my mom, she was very, very, very adamant that Joe was the dad, so that made me more adamant as well.
I know.
And I just want to apologize first. Like, I know it's nothing that I did,
You don't have to. You're a great person. You're a very great person.
and it's just like,
I would have loved you to have been my son, but I just knew.
at this point, I never, like, before this whole incident, I never even knew that there was another possibility.
Yes, I'm on road. They say GLP-1s for weight loss is a shortcut. It's not, it's science. After kids, it's the medicine my body needed. GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds. One app.
Do you believe something?
This is healthcare. This is
Maybe
growth.
it works.
I'm Serena Williams,
I
and
know.
I'm a real road member.
My tummy needs to go. Me too. I have a big tummy.
Lysol knows. Little hands learn best when they're hands-on. That's why this year we're donating more hands-on science kits, helping to increase healthy habits in students. And for teachers, we're continuing to keep their classrooms protected by killing 99.9% of germs. Because little hands deserve big protection. Lysol, here for healthy schools.
You're back in court today because you say your mother, Ms. Harms, has continued to commit paternity fraud. She's now claiming her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Long, is your biological father, but you believe she's lying.
Yes.
Ms. Harms, you say your daughter's suit has no merit, and today you will prove Mr. Long is her father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Long is here, but like you, Ms. Robinson has strong doubts about your paternity. We'll meet in a few moments, but first let's take a look at your previous court appearance.
Who is my daddy? I really do. Because I really need a dad. I really, really do.
I've always told her who her dad was. It's not Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, you are not her father.
Oh my God. Then who is my daddy?
I tell you, he ain't your dad.
But no, I'm lying.
So let's go in the other one and come right back here and do this again. That's it.
Jerome, will you please escort Mr. Long into the courtroom?
Mr. Long, I want your step.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Long. Ms. Robinson, I want to start with you.
Mr.
Why do you
Obvious.
believe your mother has committed paternity fraud?
Your Honor, I feel that my mother has been committing paternity fraud my whole life. I've never got a straight answer on who my father is. It was one or two guys, two or three guys, no certain name. I'm too old for this.
Excuse me, Your Honor, that's a lie. I've always told her who your father was.
No, you haven't.
I've always, and I never kept any secrets from you.
Mom, you never told me who my father was.
My mom kept secrets.
Gave you names of who
No, I always told you from birth, sweetheart, that who your dad was.
Mom.
Your Honor, she refuses to believe me, as like she did with Mr. Moore previously.
And so, Ms. Harms, you say you told her from the beginning
Yes,
who her father is.
Yes, Your Honor.
And who is that person?
Mr. Long, Your Honor.
Why would she not want to believe you
But
if she's looking for her father?
I don't know why she wouldn't believe me.
Because you lied.
I know I'm not lying.
Because I'm 36 years old, nobody really gave me a name to be my
Your
father.
Honor, she said I lied last time.
You
Now
did.
it's proven to be right.
That was
Your
just
Honor.
luck. That
No,
he
it
wasn't my
wasn't luck.
father.
It wasn't luck. It wasn't luck.
It was luck.
It wasn't luck.
Yes, it was.
You can't just look at a person that was your boy guy's gray hair and assume that's your father.
It doesn't have to do with big eyes and gray hair. He always told me
Well, I'm here
my
today to
he was your
prove.
boyfriend.
Well, I'm gonna make you happy today because Your Honor, I'm here today.
Good, because guess what? If you don't make me happy today, I have nothing else to say to you.
Ms. Robinson, I would like you to take a moment and just walk your mother through and talk to her about how difficult it's been not knowing who your father is and, more importantly, having to go through various men and find out that they're not.
Yeah, the journey has been very hard.
Let her speak, Ms. Harms, and then I will let you speak.
Me in school, doing sports, basketball, softball, volleyball, never nobody showing up to my game, sitting there, all my friends got parents there, I have nobody. I had a baby at 18 and went at 20, it has not been a day that I have not been there for my children, 1,000%, not 100. And I know who their father is because I wasn't promiscuous. And nobody could talk me out of my pants. I was with those, that's it.
I'm not gonna sit there and let her say that about me.
I'm
never
gonna
did
give you
anything like that. Why
I
they
didn't say
talk
you
me out of my
were,
bed?
but you let people talk. You
Don't act like you weren't out there doing wrong yourself.
I never did it wrong.
Okay?
I needed a father.
Okay, when you're
No, you're listening now. You're on listening.
Me and you didn't have a good relationship. It would have been times where I wouldn't have went in my room and said, I hate my mom. I wish she wasn't here. I can't stand her. If I had a father to run to, I could have gotten over that. But instead, I've always held hate and resentment against you. I mean, and I'm a student with straight A's, the best athlete. Everybody knows me where I'm from. I mean, I was that bitter. But I have this bad secret. I gotta beat that deal out the street, but go in the house, sit in the bathroom and cry. You know what's that?
So you're this celebrated athlete. Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
And you're holding the secret in that you don't know who your father is. Now, Ms. Harms, I want you to respond to your daughter. I'm not sure how well you listened.
She's always had a dad.
I'm not sure how well you
Maybe
listened.
not her dad at that time.
Ms. Harms,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not sure how well you listened. Did you hear?
Yes, but I'm trying to.
Now respond to what you
It's
said.
difficult talking to her because everything's, she had
I'm
my mom
giving
at the
you
time.
your
The way
moment.
she talked to me. Maybe she chose a better choice of words.
What? Because every time.
Hold on, let her respond, let her respond.
I would just.
Let her respond.
I don't ask you who my dad is.
I can never get a word in.
Who my dad is.
Well, neither one of you let the other one get a word in, and that's why we're not getting anywhere. Ladies, I know there is a lot at stake here, and I know this is emotional. I know it is. It's hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ms. Harms, you stand here and say, you know, I told my daughter from the beginning who her father is, she just didn't want to believe. What's upsetting you right now in this moment?
The fact that she sits there and lies.
What lies are you telling?
If I didn't raise her, she would have or be who she is today.
You didn't get me to, I know
It's
exactly.
like pretty much everything you have, I've given
Because they took care of themselves.
Pretty much
Okay.
everything she has, I've given her. Every time any new furniture, anything, I give
That's
everything.
just you giving me stuff. I didn't ask for it. I didn't never ask for it.
Always had her back. So she can sit here and lie and do what she wants. But today, Your Honor, the truth will be revealed.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ladies, what I see here, there's so much at stake. Not just finding out who your father is, that's important, but your relationship with your mother.
Yes.
And like you said, you have children. That's their grandmother.
We don't have one.
That's your fault though.
No, it ain't. She get mad at me. She won't let me see my granddaughter or my great-grandson.
You never let me see my daddy though.
I know my grandson. He's 36 years old.
I didn't even hear about him until I was 10.
What, do I like you couldn't have went? I told you I was doing your damn blood.
Where was I gonna go at 10 years old?
You knew he lived next door.
See how she puts her dog straight?
Ms. Harms, are you suggesting that a 10-year-old child was supposed to go around the corner and ring the doorbell?
You the baby, I could go there and visit. I would not go miss Salone's door.
He would have saw me
Take
there.
her over there every time we went, every summer.
Ms. Robinson, do you remember going to visit Mr. Long?
Never.
Mr. Long, do you remember Ms. Harms bringing Ms. Robinson to see you and saying this is your father? Have you ever seen Ms. Robinson?
No, ma'am. She says that she came to see me, but I don't recall it.
Did you think you were her biological father?
It was possible because, you know, it was said, and then she sent a picture to her mom
Like,
a year.
Your Honor, gave him, Miss Salone, 9 photos of her ever since she was growing
Well,
up.
that's why, Ms. Harms, I want you to allow someone to testify because his testimony was corroborating with your
Thank you,
statement
ma'am.
that you reached out.
Thank
So
you,
see,
ma'am.
that's why we on listening station.
Thank you, ma'am, I'm listening.
Mr. Long, you said she sent you pictures?
She sent me a picture when she was first born, a year after.
So when she was first born, she sent you a picture?
Right.
So why does a woman send you a picture of a baby if she's not saying you the father?
Right, I didn't say she didn't say I wasn't a father. She said I was a father, but I had doubt because, you know, she was supposed to be sleeping with someone else in my family, which was a cousin. It's a whole family. And some more guys in the neighborhood. So that's where the doubt came in.
Wow.
So Mr. Long does state that what you said was true. He did receive a picture.
Yes, ma'am, but he
You
got
did
a whole
reach
lot
out
of
to
detail
him.
out too, Your
What
Honor.
other parts of the details
I
did you
sent
know?
8 pictures and you sitting there acting like I never brought that baby over to your house every day.
I don't recall.
Yeah, you're another bold-faced liar.
You said you brought the baby over to
Yes,
his house.
ma'am. Every time we went down every summer to visit my grandma and papa.
I don't recall it, dude.
I know, because that brain is old.
And you were taking the baby. Hold on, one time. So,
Oh my God.
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
his family?
Yes, Your Honor. Walk right in the kitchen, they cooking up collard greens and everything.
Does your family know about Jennifer, Miss Robinson?
They heard
Oh, God, here we go.
They've seen a picture of Jennifer. But as far as knowing Jennifer and conversating with Jennifer, they never had it.
So, you knew she was pregnant.
I knew she was pregnant.
And then after she had the baby, did she say you're the father?
Right, she did say that.
So then, why was there no follow-up? That's what she's been saying this entire day, is that I said Mr. Long was the father.
The follow-up was, I couldn't contact her. I didn't know her last name anymore.
You never tried to help me now in line.
Hold on, so Ms. Harms, I want to understand this from you. Why did you disappear? When you were taking the baby, you say you were taking the baby over there, and he acknowledges that you at least sent pictures.
And Your Honor,
Did you feel rejected? Why did you just disappear?
I kept it like that because my dad was like, me being young, oh, who's the dad? I'm gonna kill him. And I kept it to myself.
You, as a young girl, you were taking the the baby over to his house, or you were sending these pictures, but this was all in secret.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you didn't want to tell your,
Oh my God.
you didn't want to tell your parents.
I know my mother. I get it from my dad.
You didn't tell your dad,
Yes,
you told your mother.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson, you say you've been told various names. You've been given various names, but never
Never.
Mr. Long.
I never heard of Mr. Long until I was 10 years old. I walked past her in the kitchen. She looked at my body and she stopped me. She said, Jennifer, I gotta tell you something. She said, the way you're looking, the way your body's looking, I gotta tell you that when I was younger, I went to Marietta, Georgia, and I slept with a boy named Anthony Long. She said, your body look like theirs. You look like your sister. Of course, I blew that off because I look like him, and him. Like,
So from 10 years old, Ms. Robinson, once you hear this, you said you had been told so many things, at that point you just blew it off, kept moving.
I didn't have dad anyway. Nobody, everybody claimed me.
Did you think about Mr. Long?
Did I think about him? Yeah, I always wondered, I wonder if he does look like me. But of course, I couldn't get in contact.
But you said you were caught up in a web because every other man in your life was claiming you as something.
Yeah.
Your Honor, she had a father. It may have not been her biological father, but my mom and dad raised him till I got on my feet out the army, and I came and got to when I was able to take care of you.
And nobody really took care of
Your
me.
Honor, may I present my evidence?
Yes.
Ma'am, please.
Take a breath, Ms. Harms. This evidence that you are presenting, Ms. Harms, is picture of your daughter,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Robinson,
knows.
and Mr. Long.
Looking like everybody. I look like all the men.
Everybody got big eyes?
No,
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
it.
Ms.
God.
Harms, at the end of the day, when she doesn't know, she's just looking for herself in every man. She's just looking for herself.
Well, Your Honor, she gonna stop.
The man said, I'm your father.
She's gonna stop looking today, Your Honor.
Because you are confident,
Yes.
beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Mr. Long is your daughter's biological
Oh my
father.
God, I wouldn't like it
Mr.
if it's
Long,
not
after
her dad.
today's testimony, seeing
She
the evidence
looking for her
presented
dad. Oh
here
my God.
today,
Look at that.
do you believe you are Ms. Robinson's biological father?
It's possible.
It's possible.
When I got the first picture of her, she looked like my dad to me. So naturally, I said, it could be my daughter. But then I lost contact with her, with the mother.
and he looks like my grandson.
Until today.
That's what's blowing me away. The ears, the cleft chin, the nose, the lips, the head. I mean,
It's all
I'm
there.
standing here like,
Can I do this?
but of course I can't believe it, you know, because I don't deserve anything, so I can't believe that he looks like me.
I'm here today, Your Honor, to try to feel that void that hold it to her heart. So she can be at peace.
Cause I ain't, and I got a
Well, if you didn't have so much mouth, maybe
It
somebody
has
can
nothing
deal
to
with you.
do with you letting me know who my daddy is. Without you in
Let's
the
just
world.
stop right there, because you all just alike. Your mother and daughter, all right? Because
Yeah.
both of you all both got mouths on you. You both gotta have last words. So that you all are just alike. But the only way we're really going to move forward today is to get these results. And that happens for you. Jerome?
They don't know, right?
I hope so too, for you.
We know that there's a lot at stake.
I'm gonna keep going. I shouldn't have to keep going after Miss Long.
I hope.
But I'm just gonna do whatever to make you happy. Because I love you.
Ms. Harms, you just said to your daughter, if not, you're gonna keep going. Do you have a question in your mind as to
No,
whether,
ma'am.
because you seem sure.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Let's get the truth. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Robinson versus Long, when it comes to 36-year-old Jennifer Robinson, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Long, you are her father.
And the woman told her that's the father. I was still looking for, that was not my father. Yeah.
Okay, now you be a hoe. You're in my hole in your heart and you go
Right. I can't believe it.
You can go stand with her.
Oh.
This is a beautiful day for you.
It is.
I'm so happy.
My kids gonna be so happy.
Do you have daughters?
Yes.
Then that means you want to make sure that your daughters and their daughters don't repeat this.
Yes.
Ms. Baker, you say the fate of your marriage is riding on today's DNA results. You are suing to prove that your 3-month-old son, Caleb, was fathered by your husband, Mr. Baker.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
Mr. Baker, you say it's medically impossible for you to have a child, and therefore Caleb cannot be yours. You say if the DNA results prove you are not the father, you will leave your wife and family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Baker, you say the relationship truly is on the rocks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
At the time I got pregnant, I was drinking quite a bit. I was drinking pretty much every day, and I was blacking out at night, and I wouldn't remember periods of time I wouldn't remember.
Whether you were intimate with another man or
Yes,
not.
Your Honor. It's not fair to Mr. Baker, you know, and I love him with all my heart.
Mr. Baker, before this, was there a lack of trust in the relationship?
Well, Your Honor, to be completely honest, when Felice and I had gotten together, the way that we got together was I had done some work in her home, and that's the way that we met. And we didn't do everything right. And I don't condone the actions that we took in our relationship. I was married, she was married. And whenever you have two people who are in a monogamous relationship come together the way that we did, there's always going to cast doubt on the back of your mind. How do I know she wouldn't do this to me? We did it to each other. And when we did that, we hurt a lot of people. We have 12 children today, but 11 children were deeply hurt because of the actions that we made. So because of how we got together, decisions that we made, there's always been that little nagging.
I mean, if she did it to him, she'll do it to me. If he did it to her, he'll do it to me. Absolutely. But it doesn't seem like that's your only doubt.
Well, just knowing other situations, you know, that went on in her marriage before she was with me.
Explain.
There were spending issues that were taking place in the marriage that he didn't know about. And I mean, to the point where, you know, that had put her in national limelight because she was overspending behind his back.
So you had instances in your previous marriage
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
that you said were revealed on the national stage, the limelight?
Well, I know that she had went on a very public show.
Which show did you go on?
The Oprah Winfrey Show.
Okay. And I wanted you to confirm that because I actually do remember that episode. And I remember your husband thought you were a certain amount of money in debt.
Correct, Your Honor.
But you were lying and it was, the number was like.
Tens of thousands.
Exactly.
Yes, Your Honor.
I remember that. Mr. Baker, knowing that also affects your ability to trust her.
Correct.
Ms. Baker, have you lied about cheating on Mr. Baker? Have you cheated on him?
No, I have not cheated on Mr. Baker, Your Honor. There's no recollection of anything ever happening to me while I was drinking, but just that thing in the back of my mind just keeps going. You know, did something happen to me and I just don't remember?
So the truth is that you don't really remember. You don't recall because of the drinking.
Correct, Your
What
Honor.
could have transpired?
Correct, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Baker, you say that it's medically impossible for you to have fathered this child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
Back in 1991, when my ex was pregnant with our 4th child, while she was pregnant, I had a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, based upon the research that I have done regarding vasectomies, once the procedure hits the 20-year mark, they literally put it into the realm of impossibility. So since it's been 23 years after a vasectomy, you've got to question, is it even possible for me to even conceive a child?
When you found out you were pregnant, you told your husband.
Well, what happened is I noticed I was getting a little bit of a belly, and it had been 3.5 months since I had a period. Actually, I thought I was going through menopause, and I mentioned to Mr. Baker that I, had my menstrual cycle in 3 months, and he said, well, if you're pregnant, it's not for me. And so we went to the store and got a pregnancy test, and it at that time came out positive. And so he didn't believe the pregnancy test, so we went over to another store and bought 2 expensive tests, and both of those came out positive also.
When you found this out, Mr. Baker, what was your first thought?
I went on the internet. I Googled what can cause a false positive. And there's only 4 conditions that a false positive will show up on a pregnancy test. Obviously, number 1 is pregnancy. Number 2 is ovarian cancer. Number 3 is uterus cancer. Number 4 is any cancerous tumors in the uterus. I never slept that night because the only thing that's going through my mind is the obvious. Well, I know she's not pregnant because I had a vasectomy.